Good evening and welcome to the Roxy Files. We are here this evening with our wonderful co host Shannon, who has got her mic off over there. I don't know what she's doing. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Governor. And she's silent. It is bound to be a tech issue.
I'm
Oh,
here.
there we go. Hello, Governor.
Hello.
We'll try that again. Hello, Big E. I know, sweetheart, you were the first one in the door. We saw you. Ahoy, my friend. We have lots of things to talking about tonight. Of course, it is disguised up under Pluribus Season 1, Episode 7. Don't even remember what the title of it was. Do you, Shannon?
No, I do not.
No.
I have
Let's
been
see.
working today.
Yeah, we have let's see. I know this is the one where he first meets Carol. You know, he trudged through the desert. He fought these cactus things. Um, Vegas, and she gets creative with her rebellion, is what the show, says.
Hmm.
Let's see, what is Big E saying? I'm shopping for generators and having severe fear of better options. Must be legitimate, known brand, inverter type, dual fuel, recoil start, and stop under 600. Have you tried Harbor Freight, my friend, or Tractor Supply? Those are two of my favorite stores in the world. Hello, Clayton. Hello. Good evening,
Hi,
sir.
what's up, Clayton?
I haven't gotten any text from
Good.
Clayton in the past day or two, but hello, Clayton. Yeah,
Hello.
kind of waiting on everybody to get here, and um, yeah, we were just going to kind of, if which most of you know, we're using Pluribus as camouflage, so we're gonna talk about it for the first couple of minutes, and then we got some very serious subjects, and we're gonna say some quiet stuff out loud tonight. Um, Pluribus episode 7, Monosis is going through this jungle and like he almost dies and he finally gets to a hospital and they patch him up and he makes it to Carol. Like it's another one of those episodes that just kind of drug on for a little bit. It was almost painfully slow, but you got the struggle that he's going through to do it without the help of the hive mind to get to her. You've been strapped busy. Hey, Miss K. Hey, darling. Glad to see you. Miss K in the house.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. That's right. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club. My poor grandbaby, everywhere she goes now. Everybody. Everywhere. Everybody. They're going to
Yes.
get her for bad English. She's been around her nanny too much.
That's okay. Again, I have that like problem where I say like probably way more than any one human being should.
Well, I
So
try to be real
Down
comical
syndrome.
because it'll be like, where you want me to vacuum, nanny? Everywhere. Everywhere. If there's carpet, vacuum. Where you want me to clean, nanny? Everywhere. If you see something to clean, clean everywhere. Hey, Mike, sniper in the crowd. Let's see. We are doing well. Hope you're doing well. Um. All right. Well, we're. I think we're kind of past the pluribus part. Which rabbit hole you want to start on first, Shannon? Should we start with Springfield, Ohio, for crowd investigation?
I think that's a good start.
Okay. Well, stumbled across some information. I know a lot of times we bring up the Truman Show. Are we really living in the Truman Show? Well, we actually found the town. There's a couple of them. And now, with the files that have been released, which are going to be a big part of our topic tonight, we're going to start out with what Springfield, Ohio is. Springfield, Ohio has a population of about 60,000, yet I can count over 60 to 70 plus notable people that are either in entertainment, music, or politics. And the information that led me to this explained that Springfield, Ohio is virtually the Truman Show. Now, if you've looked into these files or you've seen some of this stuff coming up, I am not going to be quiet about what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to step around words the best I can. And I figure everybody here understands the lexicon that Shannon and I use to step around these words because we're trying not to get flagged or taken down, but we're not gonna hold the quiet part anymore.
I will say this before we get into that these things that are in these files, I can speak from experience to corroborate the
Firsthand.
existence of these things. So I just wanted to make that known.
I was not knowledgeable about these things coming in as I am now. And as I learned some of these things, a lot of conversations with Shannon confirmed. Now we've seen these files. So, before we get to Springfield, Ohio, and what kind of place this is and what it's close to or related to, if you will go and look in these files, you will see that there are 25 pages of cities by zip code. It is a spreadsheet. It's listed boy, girl by age. And they have a quantity that they are supposed to steal, and they do it by zip code randomly. They have people everywhere to snatch these kids. They are stealing in upwards of 800,000 children a year. A year, folks.
And these are the documented children.
Yes. These children, and I'm going to give you a story of how this happens. Little Susie's walking home from school, riding her bike, or taking a jog, She's on the track team, we're going to say. Because sometimes you need to make this personal for people to understand. So we're going to call this little girl Susie. Susie's on the track team. She's 14. She's out taking a jog. She disappears and nobody ever sees her again. So they're just assuming that some child molester or serial killer picked her up, body never found, blah, blah, blah. Well, Susie was snatched, probably put in one of them white vans, and was taken to a local holding area. When she was to be transported, a local anesthesiologist would come in and anesthesia these children. They were then put in the back of a box truck or a van, and they were transported to the next spot, and the next spot, and the next spot. Once they arrive at whatever final destination is, they go through some of the most horrific horrors that any human being could ever be put through. These are children, small children, down to young babies that have no ability to defend themselves. They are used in many, many different types of ways. This even goes so deep that you can take these people in these files and attach them to owning the company that goes around to your child's school and takes their school photos. Why do you think they take everybody's photos whether anybody buys them or not? Your child's face and likeness is then put into a database by their school. Forget not standing up on the first day of school with your little kindergarten board that says, hey, Susie starts the first grade at such and such elementary school. No, honey, they done got a list when they took their picture. These people are in the school districts. These are the people in your town that get a slap on the hand for being pedophiles because then they're recruited into the network as a finder. You're exactly right, Cash. They're finders. They get paid thousands of dollars to snatch these kids up, and they're perverts to begin with.
And they use other children as bait. There's also color coding when it comes to when they use women and children, they're always dressed in blue. So keep that in mind. It's the code.
All right, well, we're going to talk about some of these children that may not have actually ended up on a cargo ship somewhere headed to some foreign country to be turned into something to reverse the aging of the rich and famous. We're going to talk about some of them that end up in places like Springfield, Ohio. These are kids that are selected out of gifted and talented programs. These kids are special or smart or they're not defiant. If you've ever been in a gifted and talented program and you go back and look at your school records, you were either marked as defiant or compliant. Personally, we all know what Roxy was marked as. It's just a given. But these children, once they're selected, young enough, are taken to somewhere like Springfield, Ohio, and they have their mind broken if they're old enough that that needs to happen, and then they're Truman showed. They're handed to handlers, which are supposed to be their parents. And like we talked about the other night, you get a child young enough, they don't know the difference that that ain't their parent or they weren't adopted.
Well, sometimes there are those who do stay with their parents too. There's differences in the hierarchy of the program.
Well, and that little blonde-headed girl with blue eyes, John Benet Ramsey, I don't know if anybody's seen the pictures yet, but there are pictures of her on Jeffrey's shoulders walking down the streets of New York. Like he's got her up on his shoulders, like they're walking around looking at sights. This is a 2 foot by 3 foot portrait that he had in his New York apartment of him and her. Children like this are taken to places like Springfield, Ohio. I don't know, but we'll have to look that up.
I
Cash, I don't know.
I know exactly what happened to
Shannon gonna tell you in a minute then.
them. We'll wait till after you finish.
Well, Springfield, Ohio, there are multiple other towns. I went on and looked for towns that had less than 60,000, but more than 60 notable people. I found quite a few. We're not going to go through all of them tonight. And it's everything from John Legend, the singer, who's married to Chrissy Teigen, who puts on Twitter here a while back when Pizzagate was going on that they sure did love babies. Well, they got like 8 or 9 kids.
Oh yeah, she has said some things out
She's
loud.
a dude. That is
Oh
a
yeah,
dude.
that is a dude.
That is a
We
dude.
know that they're all inverted, and again, these babies are farmed by genetically matched said people.
Okay, now I'm interested in what Cash said. Who's Johnny Gosh?
Okay, you want to know about Johnny Gosh?
I want
This
to know
is
about
the
Johnny
very,
Gosh.
this
Hey,
is
Diana.
the scenario that we're speaking of. So Johnny Gosh was on a paper route. He had a paper route every morning. And one day he did not come back from his paper route. His mother and father, of course, called the cops. They've been on it since day one. And a lot of things had been found out through these investigations that the finders were involved. Years later, Johnny Gosh is seen on national television as like a reporter, um, asking a question to, I believe, the press secretary person at the time. And his mother recognizes him. And then you find out, he's under a different name, that he had been in a POR site
Mm-hmm.
with, that's military based, interestingly enough, but for the same team, as not the
Mm-hmm.
other side of the team, but the same team kind of
Mm-hmm.
porn. Anyways, so she finds and investigates all of this stuff, and years later, which she contacted Ted Gunderson and was working with him a lot, who uncovered a lot of things with the McMartin trials and many other things back in the 90s. And she discovered that her husband was part of it and helped set the whole thing up. and she's been out talking about that fairly recently, but she has been out in the public trying to find her son, and the second she saw him on that, press conference, she knew it was him. And he had since contacted her and let her know that yes, he was taken, and there have been pictures that have been found of him when he was taken in that van with other children. So it's like one of the most outed and in the public eye stories of this kind of a scenario.
Well, when I started looking up Springfield, Ohio, and y'all, I'm not going here. I'll tell you what, I've got the document. Might as well throw it up here and look at it while we talking, right? Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna take chat off the screen a second. That way I can full screen this. All right. John Legend is the top. I don't have him in here because I've got him written somewhere else. But if you'll look right here, um, this is a race car driver, baseball player, football player, musician, NBA player, actor, Grey's Anatomy, actor, federal judge, imagine that, pianist, basketball, linebacker, actress, football, basketball, um, baseball, singer, musician, baseball, Bradley Kincaid, America's first country music star, um, NFL, boxer. All right, let's go on down here. These are some of the ones down here. This lady was a police officer who gained national attention for Playboy pictorial. Had a movie made about it. All right, look
Hmm.
at there. We got a Miss USA. Imagine that. Check
Hmm.
out that name, J. Elmer Spyglass,
Oh, oh, wow. Okay.
employee of the U.S. Consul General in Frankfurt. All right. Then we got, look, another Playboy playmate, Miss Hawaiian Tropic. I mean, all of these people that you're looking at right here on this list, all of these people came from one town. And all of them are enough that they've got Wikipedia pages about them, who they were, who they were connected to. Now, that's just actors and athletes. Your politics. Your current governor of the state of Ohio come from this town. First African American mayor, U.S. Congress, senator, federal judge, U.S. rep, House of Delegates, Supreme Court, Army major, U.S. Navy. And some of these are older, but I mean, you get what I'm seeing here. Presidential aide, Medal of Honor recipient. Folks, I come from a town that weren't much more than 60,000 people. We ain't got that many famous people in our town. We got Vanna White. That's it. We got Vanna, the letter turner. And she was adopted by a local dude, I think. I'm not even sure that he was her biological daddy, but that's her dad. But, and they're good people as far as I know. But I mean, there's other cities. The second city that come up in my list that met my parameters, look at there, the Jackson family, Gary, Indiana. And I mean, they just look, the list goes on and on. When you're looking at these towns and the quantity of population versus the quantity of famous people, it's insane. The numbers, the percentages don't add up. You don't get that many famous people out of a small town. You just don't. The numbers don't lie. Math don't lie. I'm pretty good at mathing. If the math don't math, this maths all day long. So, in this first city that we looked at up there, Springfield, Ohio, just happens to be near Andrews Air Force Base. Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on at Andrews Air Force Base. A lot of these towns are next to Andrews Air Force Base, but they're small, they're contained. They can control the environment in which these children have been put into to raise them up and MK them into being in this position. Yeah, it's like a talent farm there. But when they're talent farming them, they've already selected the brighter of the bright, the smart kids, or something genetically that they were looking for. They just need to make them programmable. If you are good enough that you're at the point that you can genetically manipulate a child in the womb to be transgender, there are documents in there that show that they actually have stuff that they give mothers in prenatal vitamins that changes something in the womb, and that child is gay before it's ever born. And then they take this mass produced food that we're giving to our kids and inject them with hormones. So it turns the girls to boys and the boys to girls. And if you read why they like to do it, it turns your stomach.
Oh my gosh, Roxy. I did not know Joan Baez came from Redlands. Sorry, I'm looking at some stuff over here as you're talking.
Well, and Shannon and I the other day, when we discovered this Springfield, Ohio thing, we started looking at other events around Springfield, Ohio. And that how you say it, Palestine? Train derailment, chemical spill. Right there at it. It's an amazing way to keep people away from town if something's going on. Just saying. Can't prove it, but something's funky about it.
I am convinced that Redlands has been a part of this since day one. I've now looked at so many famous people that have just come from Redlands High School, let alone. I'm blown away right now. Okay. I was looking at San Bernardino and then looked at Redlands and went, oh no, Redlands has so many more.
Well, and I posted on my Facebook this morning, and I I don't care who likes it or who don't. But the one thing I put on my Facebook this morning was the word Goyim. It says if you don't know what that is, you are one. Wake up. I don't think people understand that Jeffrey was just a mule. As much money as he had in islands and and trafficking networks and things of all of that nature, he's just a mule. Like you see in these gangster movies where they have these women and children and they stuff them full of drugs and send them across the border. And then when they get on this side, they spit the drugs out or throw it up or wherever, whatever. Jeffrey's just a mule. He was just a cog in the network. There's another dude in Canada that's far worse than he is.
Oh, there's dudes from Australia who are there are so many more islands, guys, and so many more people buying things. I cannot express to you how big this is. But I will mention this that you know about every town has this interlaced in it. These are just centers where it's like conglomerations of where they can really do mass amounts of experimentations and programming and all of that kind of stuff to where it looks like it's a normal place, but a lot of these places are college towns, if you notice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yup.
it's like a way to bring in, population so it seems normal, but it's outside people not from the actual area. They're college kids. So, you know, there are more of these places around, guys. And this is where we got to start investigating because, you know, it doesn't mean that every single person in said town maybe is aware of this, but it's just something to.
Truman Show.
Mhm.
And Biggie, I think you are right about the slow, soft disclosure. Shannon and I talked a lot about that in the past day or two. That one of the things that I track um, is the disclosure of information. And we'll talk about that in a minute, Biggie. But I've been tracking, like, okay, there's a whole group of us. And there's some of you in the audience that Shannon and I and Daniel and all of us converse back with. We text on a regular basis. And some of us in the group, like Clay, he's awesome at sigils and some of the scientific stuff. Some of the stuff he says just burns my brain, dude. Like, I'm pretty smart. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm pretty smart. I can read 900 words a minute, but some of the stuff he spits out at me, I'm like, I have to read it 12 times to even comprehend it, and sometimes write it down. Like, dude, your brain is like on that
It's
subject.
fire with the Holy
It blows
Spirit.
my mind. Yeah, the Talmud, they believe they can marry 5-year-old girls, but
Blood libel,
yeah,
guys. Look it up.
we have been tracking, even though all of us have separate focuses in what we tend to research and study and things that draw our attention, they all seem similar. And when it's like, oh, look what I found today, it's always correlating to what one of the other of us found because it's in the same ballpark. So when I go back, because my way of research is I have legal pads. I have stacks and stacks and stacks of legal pads. Each legal pad is labeled with Antarctica or Little Man with the Mustache or World War II or, Jeffrey or whatever. When I find a piece, I go back to the notepad and I write it on. And I keep dates. So when I go back and I look at the dissemination of information that we've seen, and I look at how it was presented to us and how it was disclosed, there was a reason. The reason the things that were disclosed to us previously, like the GATE program and MK Smultra and things of that nature, was so that when all of these files were released and you're reading them, you have a context of what they're talking about. And I know a lot of us are a lot deeper than what some other people are in it. Some people are just waking up. Everybody's at a different level of this. And some days, unfortunately, mine and Shannon is horrific. Like when she and I get up in the morning, it's like, oh God, is she up yet? Because I've already been up like 3 or 4 hours because I'm ahead of her time wise. And I'm already down a rabbit hole and seen something horrible. And Shannon is one of my people that I can just vomit this on because you got to get out. Like, I think it was today. Me and Shannon, like 9 o'clock in the morning, are crying on the phone about what we found. It's horrible. It's
Mm-hmm.
disgusting.
Yes. I I've had a really hard time trying to live somewhat normal since all of these things have, come into my memories and the more and more things I've learned about it. And, God, his timing is always perfect. And I must say, as of lately, out of all the prayers of, being able to connect with others and help others through these things, God brought Daniel and Roxy and Dan, God rest his soul, and all of you guys into our world. And so now it's giving us all strength to be able to stand strong in our faith and really do what it is that we have to do, even though it's hard and so many people are against us. And we just got to remember that a big part of this disclosure is to get people to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's to condition people.
Yes.
There will be a lot of people who will, it'll be just too much for their being to understand and handle the way it's presented, that it ends up to be something they just will ignore or pretend doesn't exist. And it's conditioning them to believe somehow this is, they know best. This is just something, if I don't see it or hear it, I'm fine. And a big part of what's put on my heart is to really reiterate to all of everyone I talk to about this subject, or Roxy talks to, or anybody mentions these things, is to not let yourself be conditioned or to turn away. It's time to shout out the top of your lungs and to realize what is real, that this is reality. It is not the lie they've told us. This is the reality of this world, and it has been going on since biblical times. And if we don't do that and we don't start shouting out about it, the blood is on our hands. We cannot see this and not say something and help people to understand that this isn't okay. It's not something to be conditioned into. And that's just, I know I got on a soapbox, sorry, but I kind of,
No,
it's
girl, preach it.
important.
Preach it, preach it. Because there's so many pieces to this puzzle, and when you step out from just looking at one person or one of his monstrous friends, and if you don't know, the majority of them are monsters. And these people, what okay, most people on here, I hope, if you're new, if you don't understand, I'm going to put this as simply as possible. And some of you may already know this and it may sound oversimplified. Give me a second. Using the lexicon, here we go. When you take a small child who is prepubescent, this is science, and you abuse them repeatedly, traumatizing them. When a child is being traumatized, if you have them hooked up to an IV and you are draining their blood, it produces a chemical called adreno is the first part, and Google's browser, which is Chrome, is the second. Not going to say it all together. They sell this stuff for $2.2 million a bottle. And we're talking like 12, 16-ounce bottle is $2 million. And I think it takes like 100 kids to make that.
You want
No,
to you
go
want to
ahead.
know where the processing center is? The main one for this?
Where's that?
Wuhan.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Biggie, people think it's 17-year-old girls. It's not 17-year-old girls, folks. They are taking literal babies that are not even old enough to walk or crawl yet, putting them on a table and beheading them after they have been abused as a ritual sacrifice to their God, which is not our God. It is their God, and it is Satan. They are Satanist, and they think that they have to give blood to it to consume power, to get power, to keep power. They literally have baby farms. The 17-year-old girls, after they've used them and abused them and done about all they can do to them, they take them out of their cage and impregnate them and then take the babies and ship the babies off and retrieve the stem cells from them so they can adjust their aging. These people don't just take this stuff to look younger. They can stop taking it and age up and become a different character and take it again and age back and become another one.
To reiterate on that, just as some solid proof for everyone. Everybody knows the famous O lady, with her talk
Mhm.
shows and her network, and one of the highest paid women in all of, well, people in all of Hollywood. Her bestie that she has promoted on many occasions was just
Mhm.
caught in South America with these farms, these baby farms. And she had to do some real dodging on that one, I tell you. I mean, there's connections
Mhm.
with that woman on so many other things. I can't even stress to you on that one. But just the fact that in the public eye, she really promoted this guy, was like, hey, they were like besties. They hung out real close. But he publicly, they allowed this on the media to let you know that He got imprisoned because of these baby farms.
Well, and the thing is, yeah, it is horrible, Super Dave. Like any concept that most people think they have in their mind of what is being done to these children, and I've repeatedly said this on air. I will stand on the top of any building with multiple megaphones and a loudspeaker that if you harm my child, somebody else's child, or a stranger's child, I'll do what I got to do, but you're not going to hurt a child in my presence. And I am sick of people sitting down, not saying anything, saying that this isn't going on, and they're not protecting the children because these kids can't protect themselves. And unfortunately, this corrupt world that we lived in has broken the family unit to the point that there's only one parent in the home, and that mom's usually working two jobs, or dad. There are single dads out there working two jobs. Or then again, you've got the others that have got 12 kids and they don't care what they do. They're just collecting a check off of them. So if one of them goes missing, to them, it's just one less mouth to feed. And I can verify that. That happened right here in the town next door. Like the kid run away, has been gone for days. The cops catch him, call mom. She don't even come and pick him up. So they take him to grandma's. A couple of days later, he's gone again. They didn't even know he was gone. There's so many kids there.
I am going to give you a frightening statistic. Within a 4 to 6 mile radius of every single one of us, there is at least one child in a cage or a trafficking operation taking place.
Hmm.
So think of that in just about every town and city, rural, it doesn't matter.
And I know I tried to break in the conversation with everybody else the other day about, the creepy uncle or the creepy gym teacher or the doctor that acted a little too friendly when you were a kid. This is a vast network. And if you go look at this paperwork, okay, what I do, when I see something that somebody else has discovered, because there's 3 million files, it's massive. I take the information in that file and I go over to the Department of Justice and I look it up and look at the document for myself. I don't trust that anything I'm seeing on Facebook or X or whatever you want to call it is the unedited original version. So I go find it. It's disturbing. Um, like I don't even know how to explain how disturbing it is that they are literally tracking and quantifying our children genetically to kidnap them. There are particular types of blood that they pay more for. For some reason, Mormon blood is expensive. But these creepy gym teachers and doctors and dentists and cops and people that work at social services and judges, they have a recruiting network. When people are locked up for being offenders and they get on the registry, they reach out to these creeps on the registry and recruit them. Dahmer was one of the ones that was recruited.
And that brings up a very interesting segue into the fact that all of these serial killers are all connected and work in these underground trafficking
Hmm.
networks. He Dahmer was a prostitute in that. That was what he was there. He was actually involved in Gacy's things. There's involvement with many other notariable others who have been used as a scapegoat when caught, when no longer can they hide it anymore. somebody has to pay the price. So there's the scapegoat guy. But know that there are so many more people in that network than just the one guy. It's always like the lone shooter thing. Like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Come on, guys. Come on. None of them work alone. There's always a purpose. And what is it? There's always someone who's willing to pay.
Well, and think about how, okay, we're just going to say Joe, the gym teacher, got too frisky with a student. She reported it. He got fired, and now he's on the registry. He's got a, lewd act or whatever. He gets recruited. Well, he gets this letter that says, hey, we've seen this, and, like you can come be a part of our club, and we'll teach you how to do it without getting caught. You come over, we'll have a party. We'll have party favors here, kind of like, a ditty kind of thing. Then they film him at this party. Well, now they've got evidence on him. So he's going to work in their network and be a part of their cult, or they'll expose him. And this is judges and doctors and lawyers and people from all walks of life.
And don't think that some of these big time YouTubers aren't in that train either.
Mm-hmm.
Or
I
like
know.
the Paul guy, Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
He has two guys. He has one or two guys that work for his new show that are actually outlawed from entering the state of Colorado because of charges like that. And they actually call one of them Denver. It's a joke on the show. They
mm,
call him No Show Denver or something. It's because he's been kicked out of Colorado. He can't even enter the state again because he's so bad.
well, he announced in a public way that he's now working hand in hand with who is it, the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds? It's one of the R's. One of those guys. It's
Well,
like, how do you think he gets all the money so he can just throw at people?
because he's pulling in the mind of the children. He's getting their attention.
Mm-hmm.
And
But it's at every level, every avenue that you can think of. Fast food chains, freaking, museums. As we found out with the Palisades fires, there's so many things and factions that are involved. It's insane.
all right,
Oh,
here's another fact in these things. Ukraine, what that war is about. Does anybody out there have a clue of what the Ukrainian war is actually about?
I have an idea.
The reason Putin started that war was to go in and shut down a factory. It's just like the one we were talking about in Wuhan.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that the father and son helped to
Mhm.
do deals for. The one with the laptop and his dad,
Mhm.
the auto pen guy.
And there's plenty of documents in there to say that Mr. Autopin was ended at a firing squad in 2019, and that the dude that held office the whole time was an actor in a mask, and he started getting out of control. So they just doped him up to make him dumb because he was talking too much.
I'm pretty sure I know who was running him. Starts with an O. So
Oh yeah, he was steering all the way.
100%. See, you got a third term, guys.
Let's see. Here you go. We were talking about this piece of trash a while ago. Come on, share my screen. Do your thing. The tweets. I mean, look at what she's tweeting. And we've seen these tweets from her for years. These people are flaunting it right in your faces. Since
Really?
2011.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to. I can't. I've seen so many of these, but I didn't see that one. That was really gross.
Oh, hers gets so much worse. And just FYI, that's a dude. All day long. That's a dude that's married to John Legend.
Oh, 100. There's so much of that. You know, I've been on that investigation for so long, and my favorite way to really understand who is really who is to look at them in a natural state in like at at the beach or something, and then you can see the biological forensic
Mm-hmm.
things that will tell you exactly what that is. It's not that hard, guys.
Well,
There's some specifics.
in one of the scientific type emails that I was looking at today, where they talk about genetically altering children in utero or shortly thereafter, they do it with pokey jabbies after that stuff is loaded into it because they're not just trying to turn one, they're trying to turn them all. They want them all trans.
There is a purpose for this.
Oh,
Okay.
listen to this
There
purpose. There was even more in that email because it says that one of the reasons they like to turn the boys more female is because females have less presentable body musk than the male does. So you get the best of both worlds. It smells like a girl and looks like a boy.
is it is also a ritual sacrifice. Those who
Mhm.
don't actually, by blood do that, they are then modeled after their god, which is both
Mhm.
biological sexes. So it is a form of sacrifice to their god to put their children and to change them and transform them into a Baphomet.
Well, this is the time that we have all got to. I know that all of us tinfoil hat wearing people in this community just want to stand on top of something and scream, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. But that's not going to get us anywhere. So we have got to be. I know there are a lot among us that are not awake, that are not seeing, that can't even begin to accept this or think that this is real. So we're going to have to find gentle ways to show them what the reality is. Because the sad fact is, they take them, they do what they do, they harvest everything they can, and they take the leftovers and feed them to you at the Golden Arches. And that's straight up, plain and simple, hand on the Bible of everything I can find about start to finish. And I'm sure it gets much worse. And I'm sure there's some horrific things that happen. There are human hunting parties. They prefer the ones they hunt to be about 15, 16-year-old little blonde girls. They think it's funny, especially uh, old Hillary gal. That's her favorite. Maybe that's what her husband likes, so she likes to whack 'em on them. I don't know.
The royals are notorious for those, but
Mhm.
there is a place. It's called the what is it? Hubris Society.
Mhm.
They have lodges. There's one in Texas that the Judge Scalia or something like that. Remember a while back ago, there was that one Supreme Court judge who got, who died and there was like no autopsy and all that kind of
Yeah.
that. He was at one of the main lodges in Texas, and come to find out that the young boy that was forced to hang out with him ended up being the cause of that man's death, and very
Well,
quieted.
all of it gets very quieted for a long time.
I
And
feel
that's
like
one of
I'm
the
doing
things.
so terrible with this lexicon. I'm so sorry.
But I'm not worried about lexicon at this point. If they gonna listen, folks, everybody out there, our faithful is sitting out there right now. If my channel disappears tomorrow, give me a minute. I'll have another one up. All
Amen.
you got to do is go to Shannon's or Daniel's and find me, and I'll have another one up. And then I'll have another one up because I will not shut up. I'm not going to shut up until somebody starts taking care of our babies. Because the people in this world that we have elected and paid to represent of us, they damn sure ain't doing it. So it's time for some of us to do it. It's time to stand up and be counted that they're not going to do this to our children. And we got to start spreading the word. I'm mad. I'm mad, Shannon. I'm mad.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. That's
I
it.
am
The
I
network.
am beyond the alien versus predator stage in this. I'm at the point that if we don't start having something done about this, that there is going to be an uprising between them and us. Thank you, Tamara and Kay and Claude. I'm
I
serious. All of us, we got to stand up, leave our babies alone. Because if you're not going to leave our babies alone, I'm going to attach mine to mine on a leash with me, and I'm going to walk around armed at all times. It's going to come to that. Because you're
I
not going to mess with mine or nobody else's as long as it's within my eyesight. Because I've been here long enough. I'm not afraid to go out. I'm good with the big man upstairs. Me and him is all good in the hood, honey, every day, all day. I stay prayed up.
This is the thing is I pray every single one of those people who were involved in any of these things repent, because Jesus is coming, and they are the ones who will be judged horrifically for what they have done. And here's the thing that we also have to keep in mind is so many of these people have been born into these families. It is a cyclical thing. There are those, of course, who revel in their possession of things, but there are those that we need to pray for, that they wake up, repent, and come to Jesus before it's too late.
I don't think this is where Shannon and I had planned this morning to end up here, because we had a whole Antarctica thing covered, and the longer we've gone talking about it today, the madder we get because we're moms. I'm a mom. I'm a grandma. I'm an aunt. I'm a cousin. I'm a woman, and I don't know if this infuriates men as bad as it does me as a woman, but I'm telling y'all, excuse my
Oh,
French, but I'm pissed off. I've had enough.
oh, don't you know? Like, there's those, channels with the dads who go after
The
the
peds.
prize. So, trust me, there are some good, honest, respectable men out there who feel the justice for those little
I'm
ones
sure there
very
are.
much. Oh, yes, there are. And we
I'm
are
sure.
calling it. I'm going to say this right now. We are calling out to you strong men of God who can do something about this, who can take charge of our children in this world. I am calling out to you right now to do something. Get on your knees and pray, and you ask the Lord Jesus what it is you can do. to save these children, whether it's awareness or whatever it is. But more of our men need to stand up. Sorry. Wow. Did not.
No, get it, girl.
Woo-hoo.
And you don't have to. We're not saying out there go get armed and
No, no,
start hunting them down. That's
uh-uh,
not what we're saying.
no.
But it can be as simple as get more involved in your community. Get more involved at your child's school. Go run for city council. Go get on go look.
Oh no, like I saw this video, right? Because there's this whole 767 thing, right? Where
Mhm.
these teenagers are being harassed and asked to do horrible things, and all it's all awful, right? There was a father who came in the middle of it, who that the guy says exactly what he's doing with his daughter and tells him to leave. And because his daughter's crying, saying, "Oh, he's going to dox me, Dad," he just lets it go and said, "Go ahead then." Just
Mm.
goes on ahead and does not protect his daughter. That's what I'm talking about. More of these dads need to stand up.
There's one of them guys, I think it's somewhere like Virginia or something. He hunted dude man down and ended dude, and if I'm not mistaken, he's running for mayor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep. We as God's people have to stand up and make our voice known. If you don't make anything else, make your voice known that we're not gonna tolerate this any longer. It's not going to be tolerated. Nobody's going to look the other way. Stop supporting these horrific monsters who are involved in it. Stop voting for these monsters that are involved in it. Don't watch their movies. Don't buy their products. Don't wear their shoes. Because every dollar you feed into that is fed right back into the monster system. This is the beast, folks. It's the money of these people that are out there pushing shoes at you and track suits at you and fancy pocketbooks and
Labubu's.
yeah, and these stupid demon dolls and all of this stuff. It is all contrived to take your money and feed it to the top. And if you don't know who's funding the NGOs for all of these, what do you call them, protesters and all of these things, your tax money. All of your missing tax money has funded non government organizations, which are nothing more than foundations set up by these notable people to funnel your money in to cause chaos. Because right now, if these Epstein files hadn't have been dropped, all of that chaos going on up yonder wouldn't have been happening. That is paid chaos for distraction.
They have used us as commodities to buy and sell since we
Goyim.
were born. I
Goyim.
literally have the records of mine. You can look it up yourself and see who's bought and sold you as a commodity throughout your lifetime. It's very fascinating.
Mm-hmm. It's something, and I know our show is usually giggles and laughter, and we're gonna try to get to that in a second, but we needed to make this loud and said and a call to arms together to pray on it, to take a position in your community to protect the children, to get involved, to pay more attention to what's going on around you in your neighborhoods, in your communities. Talk to your kids. Kids don't need to know about the act of it or what happens. You need to be asking your kids, has anybody been inappropriate with you? And as long as you have appropriate behavior with your child, then they will understand what inappropriate behavior is. Go look at whatever books are in your kids' library at school. Go look at the curriculum that they're teaching them. Go look. Stop ignoring it.
Oh,
Take
you don't even want to know some of the things that have been pushed now. It's disturbing. Disturbing.
Well, this is why the little man with the mustache and all those pictures you see over there in that country, all these books were burning in the street. Those were not books. Those were not Bibles. They weren't math books. They weren't science books. They were perverted pornographic, trying to get children into transgenderism. That's why he burnt those books.
Which again is a form of ritual
Mind control.
sacrifice. Transgenderism.
The dude on this list has been kicked off of all of the gaming platforms for targeting children. Xbox, PlayStation, they had already kicked him off. Jeffrey himself was kicked off of these because he was trying to approach children. But you're talking about millions and billions of dollars invested in this. You don't think that some of these predators on that roadblock didn't work for his organizations?
Didn't you know that there's been kidnappings actually coming out from that game
Mm-hmm.
because of the access to children?
Mm-hmm.
Kidnappings, guys. Just, it's so hard. Your kids and grandchildren want to do what their friends do. They want to be a part of society. They don't understand that there are these consequences. Like back when my daughter was little, there was this whole thing. I think it was like the Penguin Club or whatever. It was something that the Mickey Mouse guy decided to do, like a social little virtual club for kids where you're like a penguin and your avatar and you go and meet other people. It was like before Roblox and all that stuff. And my mother-in-law paid for her subscription for it. I did not like it. I was very upset with the whole thing. And then about like a year later, after I finally like threw a fit and was like, no, Andorra, you're not doing this anymore. And she couldn't do it anymore. We find out that there are a ton of predators on that, and they had gotten basically sued for that game and had to shut it down, like Club Penguin or something. But this, years ago, I mean, she was like 7. This is a long time ago. And it's like they've been using this forever. Or that one game, Among Us. Oh my gosh. I went in and played the game because I had heard about some things of the predators in there. And let me tell you, that is no joke. You go into there are mass predators in that. And kids play this game. Like adults don't care about Among Us or Minecraft or Roblox or whatever. It's targeting the children specifically.
Yeah, and now they use these digital screens that are popped in their hands with video games and iPads and televisions. And I mean, you can't even go on one of these kids channels and watch. Like when we was growing up, we was watching the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son and Scooby Doo. They be on these channels now watching these little kids, and half of them on there are trans or gay, or it's too much. That doesn't need to be in front of a child.
Everything has gone that way.
Everything.
Every show you watch,
When
every
I was 13 years old, I didn't even know what sex was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not that I didn't know that it didn't happen, but as far as details or what it was or seeing information or things that I was like, do what? And then I realized that most guys my age, by the time they're 5 or 6 years old, they've already seen a dirty magazine. Probably already seen a movie or two by the time they're 8 or 9. Like,
Mhm.
do what?
Yeah, I had a different experience on that one. I was exposed very young to a lot of things, so I don't know
Well,
what that's like. But
we gonna get off this soapbox for tonight because this is deep and this is dark, and we're gonna try to have a few laughs here at the end, like we usually do, because we
right,
love cutting up with you
everyone's like,
guys.
"There's the giggle factory." I'm like, "We're
It
here,
is
I
here.
swear."
So we're gonna get off that. Stand up, say something, see something, say something. Remember that. See something, say something. If it makes you nervous, if you question it, question it. Don't worry about hurting nobody's feelings for asking questions. If they don't like the damn question, then that means they're guilty.
And if your child is not comfortable with going to school, please listen to them.
Or an
Please
adult's
ask
house, an
why.
aunt or an uncle.
Yeah. any of these things. But like, you know, as we've talked about us gate kids and all that, like there's these kids sense stuff, and if they say something to you, don't just you brush off because you've expected, well, yeah, all kids hate school. Maybe there's a reason, you know? And I just
Possibly.
kind of wanted to throw that out there.
Absolutely. But we got an announcement, folks. Roxy's going to California.
I get
Oh,
to hug you. I get to take you on adventures. I'm excited.
um, we are planning right now, the beginning of April, that I will be West Coast bound, and I'm going to stay a few days with Shannon. We're going to do a couple of shows while we're out there together.
Heck
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Somewhere we gonna find the money between now and then to get me there, cause we have never been able to be together in person. So this is gonna be an experience. Much less the fact that I've never left the East Coast. I've been to Florida, been to Georgia, been all the way up to New York. I've never gone any further west. Never said I needed to. But and I'm thinking, Shannon, I hadn't thought about it. I'm flying. I'm not driving nowhere, Wayne. I'm flying. I can't do the driving
it
at
would take
night.
half of the vacation to get here.
Yeah. Well, I can leave here in the morning at 5 or 6 o'clock and still get to Shannon late that afternoon. So I'm going to burn a day traveling there and a day coming back, and that'll give us a few days together. So we get to spend a couple of days together and meet in person, and we've been trying to make this happen for months, and it's finally coming to fruition. We don't have everything nailed down yet, but we're gonna think positive that it's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Shannon and I are gonna see each other in April, and we're gonna take on the world. Now, Cash, I done told you, honey, Michigan is too cold for me.
She wants to come to sunny SoCal. It's
Sunny
always
SoCal.
sunny over here. I mean, there might be some smog, but
See, with Shannon, I'm going due west. I can handle due west as long as like latitude and longitude. I'm pretty good with where I'm at. I don't know if my internal magnetic being could go that far north without feeling odd, Cash. I don't know. I like see
yeah.
when I get north of Virginia, I start getting awful nervous. I mean, like, whew, mm-mm.
And plus, sorry, Cash, but I get to meet her first.
Shannon
Like,
gets to
I
meet
get
me first.
first. That's right.
We're still trying to find an event where maybe all of us can meet up
Yeah.
somewhere and have like a big convention of us as together. Excuse me. But
I
yep,
would love to get a camping trip somewhere cool, one of these ancient tree stumps or something, or a
ain't it?
giant or something. Let's go.
Something that a big old black drone weren't saying, you can't do that. I hear you, Cash. I hear you. Uh huh.
I may be tiny, but my Italian hugs are full of warmth.
Well, see, my conspiracy brain, Diana, has already gone off on this because I've looked at where because I have to have one connecting flight, and I found one that I'm very interested in. And when it said I would have a 2 hour layover, I had no problem with it. It's in Denver.
Oh. You better record all of it.
I'm going
Oh,
to the
I wish
Denver
I could
airport.
meet you at the Denver airport and then fly back with you. That just what?
That would be cool.
That would
Well,
be so
that
cool.
would be cool. You could fly to Denver, and then we could do a show from the Denver airport
Oh
together.
my God, guys, you gotta help us. Pray, pray, pray.
Pray.
This is gonna happen.
We
Pray.
want to go to the Denver airport because that place is dirty
Because
all day long.
I'm married to Mr. McScrooge, except he may not have all the gold coins like Mr. McScrooge, but he's got that mentality.
Ain't
So,
not turning him loose.
just pray that he somehow by miracle doesn't hold me back on that one.
No,
Woo.
we're gonna make this happen. If you would like to donate to the travel fund, this is how you can do it. We're gonna pile up the money in there, and try to help out travel, but we're going to make it happen one way or the other, short of something illegal. And I might even consider a couple of those because I really want to go see Shannon, y'all.
Get you smuggled in somehow.
Get me smuggled in.
Okay.
Evidently, it's not that hard from everything we've read on the internet. I mean, you can smuggle $8 million out at the airport.
Yeah.
Me, I go through with too much liquid in my shampoo and I'm terrified at TSA, like shaking.
Oh, Cash, I got Irish too. So I'm a little bit of both. It's a dangerous mix.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the world can handle me and Shannon in the same physical location. I don't know if the tech can handle it, Shannon. Everything in your house is liable to fry.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it's gonna fry all of the electronics just from being in the same room together.
It'll be so worth it.
I can't wait. We're so excited. So now we're on like a 2-month countdown to West Coast. I'm gonna see the Pacific Ocean. That's always been a dream of mine, was to see the Pacific Ocean. Because I live by the Atlantic and I could care less about seeing it. It's 20 miles from my house and it's just like, huh? You get sand on your feet and then you got in the ocean, you got sand in your bathing suit and it's hot on the sand and it's a mess. And I've never been a beach girl. Just never have.
I'm obsessed with the ocean.
But see, and somebody told me a while back, said, "Listen, the only time you ever went to the beach was when you had a bunch of kids with you. But now you're a grown up. So, like summer before last, I like went with some of my girlfriends. I'm like, nah, I've been here an hour. This is enough."
Oh, I'm taking you to Laguna. That's the one. That's the one. Taking you to Laguna.
See, the water up here looks like the sewage drain is draining into the ocean, which I'm pretty sure it is. But it's not attractive. The water's not pretty. It's like brown. And it's just not.
Yeah, Laguna out here is beautiful. It's one of my, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I will take you there.
Fantastic. So we are you'd love to see a sunset beach. Yeah, I got sunrise. Biggie, you must be on the East Coast with me then, sweetheart. I can't remember where you're at. But yeah, we only get sunrise. I'd like to see sunset on the beach. I ain't never thought about that. Never seen the sunset on the beach.
See, this is great because this is like you're going to be here a week after my birthday. So what a great birthday present.
Absolutely. My birthday is in 15 days. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah, today was my daughter's. So every time she celebrates one, then right behind her it's me, and I'm like, huh, here we go again.
So you're February and I'm March. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm right on the borderline. I'm a
Me
18th
too.
baby. But yeah, I love the mountains, Big E. I love up in the area of like North Carolina in the mountains, like King Mountain, Kannapolis. I love Bristol. I love Bristol. Been to Bristol to race up there and camped out for the weekend. That was a fantastic adventure. Had VIP passes because I don't know if anybody's ever been to Bristol, but like campground to the racetrack yeah, you better be in good shape. You
Well,
better be a mountain climber to
it
walk.
just it just so happens that I have mountains in my backyard, girl.
Do you now?
I do.
Hot
That is
dog.
correct.
Hot dog.
I could literally take you to the beach, the mountains, and the desert in one 24-hour period. I'm not going to suggest we do that, but it is possible.
It is possible. No, see here we got the country and we got somewhere between us there, we got like this suburban hell of housing developments. And then you got a commercial area and then you got a dirty beach. That's why it's called Dirty Myrtle or Murder Beach. It's what I call it. It ain't what it used to be. It sure ain't what it was in the 80s. Won't never be again.
Well, like Santa Monica is kind of turned into that. Like some of the beaches in LA are like that. Although you go up more towards Malibu, and of course that's absolutely gorgeous where all the really rich people live out in LA County. But
Well,
Uh,
there's a place up North Carolina I went one time. It's called Fontana Dam. It's up toward the I think it's Nantahala National Forest, which has got some stuff up in there, which is very interesting historically. But Fontana is up on a dam, and you drive up the mountain, which is called the Dragon's Tail, because they take those crotch rocket motorcycles and go up and down it real fast, and some sports cars and stuff. But when you drive up this mountain, it takes you like 30 minutes to drive up because you got to drive so slow because it's winding. But it's kind of like the Dirty Dancing. When you get up there, there's there's a little general store and there's a little gas station, there's a little water park. It's like its own little town up there. Well, after we got all the way up there and got to the cabin and got checked in, then we realized somebody had forgotten the bathroom bag. So then it took like an hour and 20 minutes to get down to go to Walmart's to find a toothbrush and stuff that they didn't have at the general store. But no, I love the mountains. That's one of my favorite places in the world to be. And I don't want no set destinations when I get there neither. I just want to show up, put my stuff in the cabin, get some rest, and the next morning just jump up and go exploring.
Perfect. That's my favorite kind.
Oh yeah, can I go see a redwood tree? I need to see a redwood tree.
I don't We don't have redwood trees down south, unfortunately. That's a Northern California feature.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I know. It's so beautiful up north. It really is. Like Northern California and Southern California are kind of night and day, but there's beauty in both. Trust me. It's just, it's definitely more mountainous with the ocean
Well,
like together.
there's beauty in everything because the big man upstairs made it.
That's
Uh,
right.
dun dun dun. All right, guys. Well, I think we're about done for the night. We'll get off of our soapbox. We just remind you to pay attention, speak up, say something, and find things in little giblets that you can try to wake others up with. I think if the rest of the awakening is about to happen, you're fixing to see it with these files, and they're fixing to dump more files. There are more files coming. This was only half of them. And this, I don't know what them youngins of mine is doing up there, but they sound like they're about to come through the ceiling. All I hear is bam, bam, bam. The grandson's right above me, and he has hardwood floor and an office chair. So evidently, him in that office chair is struggling up there tonight. But I got to get kids into bed too. Thank goodness they're going back to school tomorrow. Snow days are over.
Cash Big Sur technically is like Central Coast area. I'm not sure if I've seen any redwoods. There might be some. I'll have to check that out. But I've been up to the lime kilns up there, the Jade Beach up near Cambria too, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
Absolutely gorgeous.
see, I used to have this dream that I was going to win the lottery and buy me a camper and just be like a gypsy and go all over the country. And that brought something else to mind. Did you know, Shannon? I've been saying this for a while, and that the Powerball is rigged.
Oh yeah.
Jeffrey won it.
Oh, you have got to be kidding.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am. It's right there in
Forget
the files.
it. Forget it. I can't. Oh, gross.
Well, one of his holding companies bought a ticket and just happened to win like $89 million from the Powerball.
Just happened to
I've
be
been saying for the whole time I thought it was a three-letter agency funnel for money.
100%.
And they hand out some little prizes to keep the normal people happy, thinking that everything's fine. But not only are they stealing your tax dollars, now they're stealing the money that you thought you could actually win from the lottery. Like, they're stealing everything, folks. They're taking your money, they're poisoning your food, they're poisoning your water, they're taking your children. They Go look up the etymology of mortgage. It is a death contract.
Oh, the things we say on a daily basis in the English language that points us to inevitable death is insane.
It's been a long day. Been a long evening, folks. I hope we haven't horrified anybody tonight. Um, we bring this out of love and praying that everybody sees what's going on. And it's gonna be a minute because I'm telling you. I mean, my kid is a Amy and Mike. It's rigged, ain't it, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
But it I still get the. I literally got the comment the other day of you shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet because I was trying to talk to someone who's not awake. So I just leaned over and I said, "Listen." And I'm fixing to say all the quiet stuff out loud, everybody, and I'm gonna say it just like I said it to her. The world is run by baby eating satanic pedophiles. They are kidnapping our children. They are bleeding us dry on this slave plantation because we are Goyim. If you don't know what Goyim is, you need to go look it up because you are one. And what do you do with cattle? You turn them into hamburger meat. So you might want to figure out what's in the food that you're eating because they are poisoning our children from the moment they are conceived if they have the opportunity. When you got people like old Billy and some of his friends down there, that's what they've been doing. There's tunnels up under all of these ranches, all of these islands, and all of these places. These tunnels take you to subterranean cities. They have hospitals and dormitories set up there, so many of them. I want you to conceptualize in your mind 800,000 children in a group and realize how many people that is every year. The kids on the milk cartons, they weren't looking for those kids, they were advertising them for sale. When you walked into the Walmarts, the poster on the wall that says missing kid, mm-mm, that's just for sale to the local PDF.
Exactly.
Everything in this world, up is down, left is right. Stay prayed up, wake somebody up, and lean on people in our community. Our community is our family. We all know that we are awake and we can lean on each other. You know where our community boards are at? Support each other. Yes, I agree, Biggie. Let's get back to questioning everything. And the
Mm-hmm.
best way to question it is to go back to the beginning and go back to your Bible and read the things that they left out of your Bible, the books they excluded. The things they excluded were very, very strategic because they didn't want you to know that we can have power over them, that they do not win. Because when you look back through history, time after time after time, when people start manipulating the genetics of the perfect creature that God created, we are reset. We have been reset before, and we will probably be reset again. But if you go back and you look at the Cabbage Patch Kids and that World Fair, and then Tartaria goes away, that was reset.
I'm just going to say this again. Jesus is coming back. Like, any
Soon.
moment. Any moment. So it's amazing how many people who believe in this and want this still cannot conceive of how close it is at hand. And we just got to be on the right side of the coin, because I tell you, knowing what God has shown me over all these years, I don't want to be surrounded by any more of this evil. It's already so hard, just every day knowing these things exist and that it's out of your control and you're just surrounded by it. It's really hard. But I know Jesus is coming back, and although it's exciting for me, is so awesome and exciting for me. Those people who have done these horrible things to children, what's coming for you is worse than you could ever imagine. So you better get right with God.
I hope they have the day they deserve.
When are we making that into a hoodie? Because I
I'm
need
thinking
that.
about I'm thinking about a forehead tattoo. That way everybody knows it when you see me coming. Just tattoo it like one of them stupid music people with tattoos all over their face.
Oh, I could never go that
I
far
actually
without it.
already have a shirt that says "May you have the day you deserve," and I have quite a few others. I've sent some pictures to Shannon when I used to go out with my girlfriends, so that the opposite sex wouldn't approach me because I'm not friendly to the opposite sex when they approach me in a public setting. Because the dude that comes over to the table and he's all smooth and macho, I'm like, no, sir, not today. I'm with my girls, and when they don't back off, it gets ugly because I'm not going to tolerate it. I have one that says, "Please go away. I'm busy." Um, the other one says, "Same B word, different day." Things like that. Just we'll make that into a T-shirt.
May you have the. I want it in a hoodie or a hat or both. I'm good with that.
May you have the day you deserve, and that says everything. I don't have to wish good or bad upon you. You're going to get what you deserve. Karma will come for you. And I don't mean that literally karma, but you reap what you sow. You get what you deserve. If you put out good, good will come back to you. The big man upstairs, he said, "Go forth and multiply. Multiply with love. Multiply with smiles, compliments. Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to a stranger. Wave at a stranger. Smile at a stranger. A smile will multiply. I promise you, because if somebody's headed to work and they're in a crappy mood and you compliment her shoes or her purse or her hair or anything, it will change her mood, her day, how she feels, how she proceeds. That might be the one thing that changes her whole day. And she's nice to people after that when she was in a crappy mood when you saw her. And all it took was, "Oh, girl, I like them shoes. Them is fierce." That's all you got to say. But be genuine about it.
Especially since everyone is so on edge right now, because we've been so divided in things. It's nice to, even though someone may look different from you or what you're used to, or you feel like whatever, just give them a chance to see that you're a kind person and not actually what they tell you. Like, we're actually not bad guys, I swear. you know
No.
so pick somebody. This is my challenge for you today, okay? Pick somebody you would never even think to compliment, that you would never even look twice at. Somebody you would think is so out of your ballpark to even acknowledge. Let them know something good about themselves or smile at them,
And
and
this
let
is
them know that you're a genuine dude.
absolutely. And another thing, moms, grandmas, women, and men, next time you're in Walmart's or Target or the grocery store or anywhere like that where you see a mom who's maybe got one or two kids in tow and she's by herself and she's trying to put stuff in the buggy and she's trying to watch these kids, take 5 seconds out of your day and watch her back.
Yes.
When she's walking to the car with her kids, if you're across the parking lot and you see her, just you ain't got to stare at her, you ain't got to gawk at her. Just give her a second and make sure they get in that car safe.
Again, and that's for not just for moms, but that call out to you, strong, righteous men of God. Keep an eye on your vulnerable, and that means elderly too. I can't tell you how many elderly people I've seen as of lately being just absolutely terrorized. So the vulnerable, it's important to keep them safe. And so I'm calling out to you, strong righteous men of God. Let's come on up, step on up. I remember Dan even had a call out to you guys a while back ago. I might even share that on my channel, but I just, yep. The enemy is trying to squash you, your masculinity, your God-given abilities to be a protector. And
Put on your warrior armor.
yeah, you're a protector of the precious and the vulnerable, and we love you for it, and we thank you.
Because I'm
Go.
telling you, if this goes down in a physical style, y'all are going to see the most Mad Max outfit I can come up with. I've been planning this since the pandemic. Like me and my sister, when it started, we had these whole outfits and the mohawk, and we thought it was funny back then. We would ride around in her suburban neighborhood in her Cadillac playing the purge siren. I don't think her neighbors thought it was funny, but we sure did.
Oh my gosh. I think I have plenty of clothing that could work for something like that.
You're gonna have to dye my hair purple. I'm gonna have a mohawk. I'm gonna look like that woman off of Vikings, like braids and everything, because we're gonna go at it. I got some aggression I need to let loose.
You go for that, and I'm just gonna keep on my Crystal Gale hair, and well, it'll be good.
You can drive me around and I'll hang out the sunroof.
Yeah, I want my hair to flow behind me, although like it's a train from a wedding dress.
You want to look like you. Let me guess. You want a unicorn to ride too, don't you, there, Care Bear?
No, I don't want a unicorn. Just the hair. Just the hair.
Just
and
the
maybe
hair.
a dress to make it flare out.
Absolutely.
To look pretty. That's it.
I'll let you drive the chariot while I'm riding on the back with my short dreadlocks. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, let's go.
My hair's down to my waist almost now. I mean, we could get some serious dreads out of that purple dreads.
Oh, you want some Michonne hair? Let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want a katana like Michonne's got. I love me some Walking Dead.
Me too.
But see, you have to have the intelligence and savviness of Carol with the backbone of Michonne.
Amen.
You got to bake them Heifers chocolate chip cookies and behead them 20 minutes later when they turn. Don't you mess with Carl. Carl.
Oh my gosh. My kids, every time they say his name, Carl.
I actually went to Georgia where they filmed that, and that was a beautiful place.
Oh,
you got the Mad Max mobile, a 325 excited. I fixed to no end. I'm not a mechanic. Why do I not have pictures of these vehicles? Y'all know I am a vehicle nut. Claudette, I hope we make you smile every night, honey. I hope you go to bed with a smile on your face that Roxy and Shannon ain't quite right.
That's right. And you know what? It's all about Tank Girl. I need a tank. I need Tank Girl's tank. Oh, I want one.
You want a pink tank?
We'll go purple or white or gold. Let's go gold. Let's go.
Oh, we can put sparkles on it.
We're gonna
and it shoots glitter.
Yeah.
When it shoots the bomb, it shoots glitter.
Yep. Or the fire of the Holy Spirit with glitter.
Now, Diana, I'm gonna need pictures of this Mad Max mobile girlfriend because you have just got designated as driver. Diana is driving on the war wagon. Shannon is hanging out the sunroof waving at everybody like she's in a beauty pageant. And I'm on the hood with a sword. I mean,
hey, wait, I want a sword.
How? It'll cut your hair off.
Oh, good point.
It'll cut off your hair off. You distract him with your beauty. That's what you do.
I'm the decoy. I get it.
Yeah, you're the decoy. Diana's driving Mad Max style, and I'm like strapped to the hood with my sword. See, Diana's in. I think Tamara's in. What do you want to do, Tamara? What do you want to do? We can get you a Mad Max mobile too. We're gonna take out all the PDFs with our Mad Max Mama mobiles. Yep. See, they'll never see us coming. We got it, girls.
They'll see my hair coming.
They're gonna see your hair coming. She's still worried about her hair, y'all. God, your hair, Shannon. Your hair, baby. They're gonna see your hair in your beautiful dress. We might even get you a crown.
Oh no, we don't need to get that crazy. But I'm down for the hair and dress.
We'll get you a copper crown with stones on it to, absorb more energy, and then you can use your mental powers and like disperse them in this superhero movie we're building.
Jared, I see a cartoon in our future. I can't wait. Hey, any of you animators out there, come hit us up.
Yeah. I'm purple, by the way. I like purple. I'm purple. I used to have purple hair. I'm thinking about going back to my purple hair. I miss my purple hair. Might get my purple hair in April when I go to Cali.
I was just gonna say, I happen to be a master colorist and
Yeah.
can make
My
you
bestie's a
whatever
hairdresser.
shade of purple you would like, dear.
Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. My bestie does hair. Just saying, everybody. All right, we're going to get off of here. We hope we gave y'all some laughs. We gave you some serious stuff to think about. We love you so much, and we thank you for being with us all the time. You guys are awesome. You're with us almost every night when we go live. We will be back Thursday night at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern.
Ah.
Diana, you got a purple car, girl. Look, you done squirreled me. I was trying to get off the air, and now she's got a purple car.
Well, it's actually good that you got squirreled because actually on Thursday I have to change up the timing.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask you if maybe we could do a morning thing and just premiere
Absolutely.
it later on at 6:30 again, so you'll get a double feature that day. So for those who still want to see the 6:30 show, just know it's not going to be live. It'll be premiered, and we're going to try and do something early.
It'll be
So,
live in the morning.
right. And if I can talk Daniel into it, maybe I can get him on because it'll be early enough. We'll see. I'm going to try.
Diana, I have a black quad cab Z71 with purple bow ties. That's my jam. I got purple bow ties all over my truck, and I'm seriously thinking about getting my Cricut down and making me some stickers to go across the back glass. And I think what I may put on it in large letters, like 4-inch tall, may you have the day you deserve. So everybody will know when they see Roxy. If you see that vehicle riding around with that on it, you know that's Roxy.
That's awesome.
We ain't playing. We ain't playing about this no more, ladies and gentlemen. We got to do something. So see something, say something. Love your neighbor. Share a smile. Give a genuine compliment to somebody. We will see you Thursday. We love you. We thank you for being with us. And have a wonderful night.
Good night.